So today in this video, I wanted to share a professional perspective on the mindset of individuals as borrowers, as clients of, banks and other institutions. And I want to give you guys some value, some true value, not just rant or talk. I want to give you some real value about how you need to be looking at things as a borrower, how you need to be structuring things. And if you are in a financial position where your credit is not in the best shape, or you just don't have the best financials, but you're eagerly looking to increase your borrowing capacity and put yourself in a better position, then I need you to pay attention to this video, because again, I am a financial services professional. I am in the lending space on multiple levels, and I'm giving you inside game in this video. So this is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity, helping you to increase your net worth through proper relationship banking, maximizing your borrowing capacity, proper use of life insurance, and the ownership of real estate. I want you to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading content on a daily basis to help you customize your blueprint for prosperity. So let's get right into it and get right out the gate. Relationship banking is the backbone of successful borrowing. You getting access to high limit credit cards, high limit funding, you getting access to business credit, business capital is all pending your banking relationships, your ability to manage relationship banking. The reason relationship banking is so important and pivotal to this strategy of maximizing your borrowing capacity is because you're giving banks and institutions quality, repetitive data sources. You're giving them data points for them to be able to monitor your financial behavior and determine your risk level. When a bank can look at you and tell how financially prudent and responsible you are, how you manage your own money, and can get sample opportunities to see how you manage their money, meaning that you may borrow, one credit card or take out a personal loan and pay it back in a reasonable term. You're dipping and dabbing before you go for these high limit cards and these more robust borrowing packages where you're trying to get these big loans and lines of credit. You start off small, you start off responsible. What you're doing is giving these institutions with the comfort that they need to see you as an asset to their institution. And once you cross that threshold, then they'll roll out the red carpet to you. Many of you that may be in a tough financial position right now, where your credit's not the best, your income's not situated, you haven't filed your taxes properly, and the list goes on. Many of you, from my personal professional experience, are emotional around these things. For some strange reason, many of you think that it's the bank's fault or the lender's fault or the system's not fair because your finances are out of order. And I'm not gonna make this video an attack video because I don't know your personal circumstances. I don't know what got you in the position that you may be in. But what I wanna do as a financial professional is to help put your mindset in check and give you the ability to create solutions for yourself instead of create bigger problems for yourself. Many of you waste too much time knowing that your financials are not in the best position and going lender to lender, knocking on doors, trying to see which one of them is going to give you a handout for you to go out and do whatever it is you think you're going to do magically and go out here and become rich borrowing their money. When you have proved and demonstrated financially, you're not responsible with your own money. Many of you would understand this concept if you were on the other side of the table and you were the lender. Many of you can even take this mindset around the dating aspect and think about somebody that's proven to you that they have a negative track record as a partner or a mate, and then coming to you and upset with you because you're like, I'm not willing to take that risk. It's not a hard concept to understand at all. Those of you who are in a rough financial position right now, your credit's bad. Again, you might not have provable income at the moment. Your taxes are jacked up, whatever the case may be. While you take responsibility and ownership for the fact that you're in this position, what you need to be doing is studying the data points of these institutions and finding institutions who will actually give you a shot with those poor data points. If you have poor credit, you need to be doing your research, finding institutions that will work with you in your poor credit. You're not going to get a 5-star experience because you're not a 5-star client. what you're going to get is an opportunity to prove yourself on a smaller scale, and you need to take advantage of it to get yourself to the higher level. So start doing research. There are credit unions, small and local banks, and even reasonable mid-sized regional banks that have either programs or almost entire operation is dedicated around people with lower income, lower credit, that may not have, the ability to prove their income or demonstrate, whatever the case may be. There are institutions and companies that are not loan sharks that have lending products and entire banking setups for people in your position. You need to stop wasting time and energy going to these big banks that are focused on prime credit and prime borrowers, trying to force yourself on them in a relationship, and then get upset and waste your time and usually drop out of the financial space and throw your hands up and say the system isn't fair. You're wasting time and energy. When you're an adult, you understand that time passes. And if your credit is in rough shape, in a couple years to a handful of years, if you're doing your homework and putting yourself in the right position, you can fix that problem and get over that hurdle. And the same goes for proving your income, fixing your taxes. You just have to focus on it and stop trying to force your poor financial circumstances on these other lenders and institutions. They're not there to care about your feelings. They're a business. They're a business. They have a box that every borrower has to fit. And the borrowers who fit that box the best get rewarded the best. They get the best service, they get the best rates, they get the best terms. If you're not in that position, you need to find institutions that will be understanding and flexible, that you can go in and demonstrate and prove yourself to and increase your data points. Trust me, when you get over the hump and get your financials in order, you will value the fact that these other institutions roll out the red carpet and give you special treatment. It's only because you're on the other end where they're quick to close the door, deny you, or decline you that you're bitter about the situation. Find entities, institutions, banks, and lenders that are tailored around your financial situation at the time. You can set the parameter and set the goal to strive for, walking into the big bank and being able to walk out with, 6 figures and credit with the lowest interest rate and blah, blah, blah. Sure, the credit cards with the $50,000 and $75,000 limits, that's wonderful. You can set those goals all day. You can set your vision boards up, put it on the background screen on your phone. I don't care, whatever you decide to do. What you need to be doing in the meantime is putting yourself in that position. And you can do so by doing your research and finding local banks, local credit unions, and institutions that will bank with you and allow you to borrow from them and build your data points up and rebuild your financial position. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort, but you need to restructure the way you're thinking, get your feelings and emotions out of the way, and start using your brain and be strategic. There are institutions out there. The marketplace is looking to fill all gaps. So if there's a decent enough marketplace of people with poor credit or poor financials or no can't show income, some lender, some bank out there is trying to meet that need because there's money there. And you got to understand it's not going to be the best terms or the best rates. But at the end of the day, it's an opportunity for you to put yourself in a better position. Think about it. This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity, checking out. Thank y'all for tuning in. I enjoy bringing you this content. I want y'all to stay focused, stay in motion. See y'all in the next one.